Hey guys, welcome back to Nico Brothers. So we're continuing the grind. We still have 3 more cars we want to put back together, do all our maintenance check on them, and make sure they're road worthy, and basically finish them up. We have our Subaru Legacy, yes, Subaru Legacy. That thing is really nice. I'm actually really excited about it. That thing is fully loaded, all that radar stuff on there. So get that thing back together. A Honda Civic we got, and also a Infiniti G25 or something like that. So that was pretty clean too. Remember, C wasn't moving or something like that. We'll get it figured out. But let's go ahead and just go right at it and get these things back together.
All right, guys. So we got the Subaru Legacy in the shop. Finally, the radio amplifier piece came in. I gotta say, this thing was kind of expensive. So we're ready to put the interior together. First we're gonna do is, like we did the other ones, we're still gonna wash everything down, clean everything, wipe everything down, get the carpet in there, the seats, put the module back, put the amp back in there, and make sure there's no lights on the dash. So let's get straight to work. Alright, so we got the oil change done on the Subaru. That looks good. I did drive this one, so we know a lot of the fluids, all that's looking good. The transmission fluid's good. We checked the belts. That looks good. The filter, we replaced that. The cabin air filter, we also replaced that. So this thing's ready, maintained. When I drove it, it drove straight, but we can still double check the alignment and maybe balance the tires and go from there. Alright, so we got the legacy alignment set up, and let's check it out what we got. So it looks like the front and the rear toe needs to be adjusted. The front is out and the rear is out. So let's get it adjusted. Alright, so just like that, we got the alignment all straight up. Everything looks really good. And while I was under here, I noticed that the sway bar link bushing, this guy right here, is out. So that's the noise I was hearing when I was driving. So most likely when they were towing, they probably yanked by this, pulled it out. That's not a problem. Let's unbolt it, put it back in there, and we'll be all set. Alright, so just like that, we got the Subaru all done. Everything came out pretty nice, all the fluids, everything. So the next thing we can do is wash it, but it's getting pretty late, so we'll probably wash it tomorrow. So let's start working on another car. Alright, so we got the next car in here. It's the Infiniti G25. So we got the battery charging. The battery's completely dead. So we get that charging. Hopefully it's gonna be good. Everything is working inside, so we should be able to just plug everything back together. We're gonna wipe down the interior, and then we're gonna put the carpet in, so let's get to work. All right, there we go. We got the Infiniti interior mostly put together. We got the battery put back in there. Let's try to start this thing, make sure no lights are on the dash. So far, airbag light is still on. Oh, it's off. But we do have a check engine light on. We'll have to scan that, but not too bad. Let's put on the lift and do the oil change and look underneath and check everything out. All right, so just like that, we got the Infiniti into the shop. We're gonna check the air filters. Not too bad. We got 2 of them, not too bad at all. We're gonna change the oil in it. We'll see if it has any water in it. Most likely not, because it looked really good on the dipstick. So that's a good sign. We're gonna check the power steering. Power steering fluid looks like a good color. Definitely no water in there. We'll check the transmission fluid underneath, but so far everything is looking really good. One other thing we're gonna check is actually the cabin air filter. That's this guy right there, and it looks really bad, so we're gonna replace that. So let's get the oil draining, go get our supplies, and do some work. Alright guys, so we got the car with alignment. We got it all set up, and let's check out the specs. It's looking good, front and rear. So when it's been forklifted around, it hasn't messed with it. We're looking good. I mean, whoever had this car just put these brand new tires on it. The rotors were actually brand new, pads were brand new. So somebody definitely took care of this car. But we got the air filters replaced. We got the cabin air filter. Everything on this car is ready to be washed up and driven. So let's work on the next car. All right, we got the Honda Civic inside the shop. And this one we're gonna have to clean up the interior a little bit, wash it up a little bit, and put it all together. So let's get straight to it. Alright, so we got the Civic interior all put together. Nice and easy. It's probably the simplest one we had to do. Now let's see if the airbag light stays on. We got everything plugged in. Most likely we're just going to have to recalibrate it. But the airbag light is off, so no lights in the dash. Let's get on the lift, change the oil, look underneath, and see what else we got to do. Alright, so we got the oil change done. We checked underneath. The belt looks good. We're going to need to replace the air filter. That's no biggie. We'll do it in the morning. And let's check out this alignment. Looks like it definitely needs one. So the rear is out, just a toe, and the front toe is out. So let's fix it up. Alright, so just like that, we got the alignment done. Now let's check out the brakes. They look like somebody just replaced them too. Looks nice and smooth. No hot spots, no coloring, nothing. The pads look really good. And the tires are really good. We'll just check the balance, but so far so good. Pretty much, I think we're done with this vehicle. It's getting pretty late, so I'll catch you guys in the morning. We'll get them all washed up, go for a nice test drive, and see how they do.
guys, and just like that, we're a test drive for all three of the cars. They both, all of them drove wonderfully. Subaru is definitely my favorite out of these three, but overall the Maxima so far is my best, I guess my favorite flooded one. Man, that thing was sweet. But that's all the time we have for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you are interested in these vehicles, they are going to go for sale, but not yet. We are still test driving, and we just got them on the road. I'll keep our website updated, nikobrothers.com. Make sure you check it out. And once we're ready, we feel comfortable, we put enough miles on them, thoroughly tested them, and then we put them for sale. So currently we don't have everything for sale, but like I said, we'll keep updating it. Check it out. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.